Why would you call a fragrance bourbon if it doesn't have bourbon in it? Lattafa Asad Bourbon, the new release, just touched down. I picked this up off of Fragrance Buy, right? I saw the name, I saw, ooh, Asad, another flanker, I want it. For content purposes, at bare minimum, I want it. Just picked it up, didn't bother looking up the notes, forgot I even bought it. It just got here. So hey, before I start the video, let me look up the notes for the fragrance or what it's potentially inspired by. There is no bourbon in here. So what am I truly gonna get out of this scent? Hopefully it doesn't suck, but already I'm slightly disappointed because there's no booze in here. I sound like a bratty alcoholic, I get it, but don't say it's got bourbon if it don't got bourbon. Let's roll my music so we can unbox Lattafa Asad Bourbon and see if the fragrance is any good, what it's potentially smelling like, and if, you know, we pick up some resemblances of alcohol.
We're all alone. In case you cared, out of all your friends, I want to be
Blessed morning, my beautiful peoples. You know who it is. It's your boy, 𝐷𝐸𝐷𝐸. Let's unbox Asad Bourbon. I mean, Lattafa's been hitting it with these Asad flankers. It's literally gonna come down to every color in the rainbow at this point of these fragrances, but here is Asad Bourbon in its presentation. I mean, do y'all really, truly care about what the box looks like? I mean, maybe on an expensive fragrance, but when it comes to a budget option, really, like, we got 𝗙𝗪𝗾𝗂𝗏𝗂𝗃 color. Boom, Asad Bourbon, same presentation as the blue one, the black one, the yellow one, all the other Asad flankers. And this is supposed to be like a hybrid or even tribrid of a few fragrances, allegedly, according to the shit I'm currently seeing. But these are the notes that Fragrantica states. All right, so the note opens up with Mirabelle, followed by pink pepper, lavender. Then we got cacao, nutmeg, davana, and then we got bourbon, vanilla, amber, and vetiver. So I know bourbon vanilla, but who's heard of bourbon vanilla, fam? Bourbon and vanilla. Bourbon vanilla is not a thing in the real world. I've never heard of it in life other than perfumery. Bourbon or vanilla or a bourbon that has been aged in vanilla castle, that's not a real thing. I know little vainilla that you get at the Dominican grocery store. Okay, bourbon vanilla needs bourbon vanilla. Alright, so according to the Peanut Gallery, this is what the fragrance is inspired by, which is JPG 𝗙𝗏 Absolute. As I always say, the non-JPG fan who has subliminally become a fan of some JPG fragrances, this one, definitely great. I really enjoy this fragrance. It is sexy. So is this going to smell like this, like people have been saying? I don't fucking know. But let me just smell this joint, give you my thoughts and interpretations and how I feel about it. If I think it's sexy, am I gonna pick up some booze? And if it's worth the fucking, what, 40 bucks this shit costs, whatever? I mean, price point already is fantastical, but let's see what's up with the fragrance. We saw the atomizer, nobody gives a shit. Let's go with the scent. Very light, fun, playful, a lot fresher than I thought. I thought with the cacao essence and the divan, it would be either a little bit more greener or a little bit more chocolatey and nuttier. No, it's really focused on the freshness, at least up on the opening, and it's test strip. So, I mean, how accurate is it? We don't know. I will go on skin. Definitely easy in that mass appeal space. But I don't know if it really smells like Scandal real quick. Let me put that one down for a sec. I don't think it really speaks to the Scandal because the Asad Bourbon, feels a little bit more juvenile, which what I liked about the Scandal, and the Scandal's atomizer is better. I'm just gonna keep it a stack. This one just had a little bit more boldness in body. Yeah, no, this one's way nuttier. Way nuttier, way more profound. Again, we're talking test strip. Nuttier, more profound, a lot grittier, a lot more masculine, and a lot more on the artsier side, as opposed to the bourbon, which feels kind of more on the playful side. I wouldn't put it in the, I mean, it has Scandal attributes, but not 100% not a one-to-one. This is definitely in that hybrid sensation. If I'm being honest with you, I'm picking up actually like little undernotes of like Sauvage Elixir. Like little undernotes, but let me go on skin, hold on. It's not a one-to-one to Scandal Absolute though, that's for sure. Not at all. Scandal Absolute, for my personal taste, is a little bit better in my taste. This is gonna be on that mass appeal vibe. Again, test strip, Let's see what it does on skin. Let me give it a couple of seconds to dry down because I don't want to just throw my nose into the shit. All right, I'm back and I brought 2 other friends with me. Apparently in this space also, or maybe it's just a tribrid of all 3. Let's first start off with this puppy right on the skin. Very playful, youthful. There's an underlying maraschino cherryness and chocolatey vibe from this fragrance that's coming off of the skin, but there is like a little sweet cherryish kind of note, more like a chocolate covered cherry. Very playful and youthful. This is definitely for the younger demographic or the party vibe. Very handsome, crowd pleasing, nothing super like extraordinary, but not bad either. Let me see, cause let's try this puppy right here. All right, most wanted parfum. Let's see if you're in that bubble, just to get a little, not really. Let's try the Eau de Parfum Intense, because there are a lot of people, especially on Fragrantica, oh, it smells like this, oh, it smells like that. It's gonna smell to whatever the fuck you think it smells like. Hold on. I mean, I want to give you the real, bro. Let's keep it a stack. Like, I want to see if it's kind of in that same bubble. What is this potentially smelling like? I'm getting more so a chocolate covered cherry-ish aspect with young boy crowd-pleasing energy. No. Don't believe all the shit that you hear. It is closer in this realm, but this one is a lot bolder and a lot more my personal taste. This has an audience. Here's the audience for this scent. The audience for this scent is nighttime going out. Could be an office scent if you're already used to wearing fragrances like a JPG Le Male or Ultramall, if that's your type of vibe. Or they all fall, I can kind of understand how they all fall in the synergy of. What I mean by that is they can all fall into this space if this is like a daily wear scent profile for you. You're not gonna deviate far as this one being, ooh, really artistic or whatever, and not shit that the normal individual will kind of smell and be like, I'm not sure about this shit. This is kind of a set it and forget it, no-brainer scent profile. For me, I'm getting a warm, ambery kind of essence, but overall is a mildly maraschino, sweet, chocolatey essence, kind of dusty cocoa powder kind of scent profile with a lot of youthful energy. In that space of the most wanted, ultra-mallish. Again, I got little essences of like an elixir, of a little Dior Sauvage-ish style elixir. It's in that bubble of a DNA that just works for mass appeal and compliments, which is essentially what 95% of people are looking for in a scent profile. I can't necessarily pinpoint this to one scent, as I just compared it to what people interpret it as the most popular comparisons, and I don't find them to be like similar to these or a conglomerate of those 3. Is this mass appeal? Yes. Is it wildly innovative? I wouldn't call it wildly innovative, but I can't point specifically in my brain at this moment of what this shit smells like. Can it get you compliments? Yeah. Is it overly sweet? No. Is it a little bit on the youthful vibe? A tad, maybe more than a tad. And performance-wise, I don't know. I gotta wear it today. This is more first impressions, but let me let it fully dry down, see what kind of sensation I'm getting off the scent, and then I'll give you my final thoughts on the scent, minus the performance and longevity, because obviously today's the first wear. I enjoy doing first impressions, because that's essentially what you're going to get at a store when you try out a fragrance and make the decision of purchasing it. 90% of it is really spontaneous. I like how this smells on the opening. Let's keep it pushing. Will you have regrets down the line? Yeah, but that's life. That's what happens with most married men. They regret it later. All right, gents, I'm back. So what I did was, in that little time that I was just making breakfast, I have the full dry down here, and I resprayed on the other hand just to get an opening and dry down comparison, right? So let me re-smell the opening. Okay. And let me smell the full dry down. All right, interesting. So the dry down does switch up. It's not a linear scent. The sweetness and maraschino cacao sensation has reduced a little bit and picking up some actual leather notes. The fragrance has become slightly more mature actually and a little bit drier. It's that vetiver and maybe this subliminal leather combination that's coming off this scent that's giving it a bit more maturity than it does on the opening. On the opening, it has your traditional playful fuckboy kind of energy, but on the full dry down, there's a bit more maturity, and at least how it's settling on my skin, I'm getting more vetiver, ambery, and leather vibes and the sweetness is reduced a little bit, but you are still picking up a little bit of like a cherry liqueur kind of essence. The scent is a nice scent. I would give this shit like a solid 6.3. I could see this being a mass appeal scent profile for the majority of the people. The price point itself is absolutely fucking amazing. So cost versus scent profile, this is gonna be a hit. It's gonna be mass appeal. It's in the other Asad DNAs, and those shits are mass appeal. So this is not gonna slack at all. For me, I wished it had bourbon in it. If it had a more of a boozy aspect, I think it would completely switch up the DNA of this fragrance and make it a fucking shooting star. But regardless, it's gonna be successful because it's a good scent. Just didn't blow my dick off. Ain't much to blow off. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. I'll put a link in the description if you guys are interested in this piece. And if you're collecting all Lattafa Asads, this is one that you can definitely have in the collection. Just manage your expectations. And as I say, don't trust me, trust your skin, and hopefully your skin receives this in a beautiful way and you get ass out of it. Doubtful, but hopeful. I love y'all mother suckers from the heart. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all bitches next time. You know who it is, biggest in the game. Smooches.
For the fly gun holder, money folder, molar roller, star attack when it's time to call back. For the rough, rugged, and raw way, this nigga Jay, it's a game, but he don't play. Hey, for all the chicks that got dead in the penthouse suite on top of my mom's crib. It's nonsense you never get in. It's nonsense that you would think that you would.